Respective presenters, dear participants, and ladies and gentlemen. The subject of my presentation is pricing carbon for climate action, carbon taxes, emissions trading, and the rise of carbon finance. Climate change has long been at the center of political and policy debates and has emerged as one of the most pressing challenges facing humanity. The greenhouse effect, driven largely by human activities, is widely recognized as the primary cause of climate change. Consequently, reducing GHG emissions and transitioning toward a low-carbon economy have become shared objectives among many countries. Although there is broad consensus on the causes of climate change, significant disagreement remains over the most effective policy responses. To curb emissions, governments worldwide have adopted a range of measures aimed at reshaping existing economic development models toward low-carbon pathways. Among market-based approaches to reducing greenhouse gas emissions, two policy instruments have gained particular prominence: carbon taxation and emissions trading systems. Both aim to lower industrial carbon emissions by putting a price on carbon, either directly through taxes or indirectly through emission caps and tradable permits, while also encouraging firms to innovate and adopt cleaner technologies. Although emissions trading has become more widely recognized at the international level, many countries have implemented carbon taxes. Carbon taxation has proven to be an effective tool for reducing emissions by influencing energy consumption and encouraging cleaner production, although its potential regressive impacts on households and cost burdens on firms remain important policy concerns. Emissions trading systems, by contrast, offer greater flexibility through tradable allowances and allow emissions reductions to occur where abatement costs are lowest. A carbon tax is an environmental policy instrument designed to reduce carbon emissions and mitigate global warming by increasing the price of carbon-intensive energy products, thereby discouraging energy consumption and lowering emissions. At the same time, market mechanisms under a carbon tax can stimulate investment in cleaner energy sources, supporting sustainable energy development and reinforcing its emissions reduction effects. Prior to 2010, carbon taxation was the dominant greenhouse gas mitigation policy in many developed countries. Several European nations, including the Netherlands, Denmark, Finland, Sweden, Norway, the United Kingdom, and Germany, had already implemented carbon taxes for more than a decade. However, carbon taxation may also generate adverse impacts, including higher tax burdens for firms and households and potential welfare losses. Moreover, because low-income households devote a larger share of their income to carbon-intensive goods, carbon taxes can exacerbate economic inequality, highlighting the close link between climate policy and income distribution. The carbon market is an emissions trading system established to help participating countries meet their emission reduction commitments. A carbon market provides the institutional and policy framework within which carbon-related financial transactions takes place. The establishment and development of a carbon market are crucial for mobilizing capital for low-carbon economic development, improving the efficiency of emissions trading systems, and strengthening the overall competitiveness of a national economy. The carbon market is broadly divided into two segments: the quota carbon trading market and the voluntary carbon trading market. The quota carbon trading market is designed to achieve mandatory emission reduction targets, while the voluntary carbon trading market enables carbon reduction transactions driven by corporate social responsibility, branding, or other voluntary motivations. The quota carbon trading market can be further categorized into allowance-based trading and project-based mechanisms. Numerous emissions trading schemes are currently in operation worldwide, differing in size, scope, design, and regulatory structure. Some are linked to Kyoto Protocol commitments, while others operate on a voluntary or mandatory basis. These schemes also vary in their sectoral and temporal coverage and in the stringency of their emissions targets. The European Union emissions trading system, launched in 2005, is the world's first and one of the largest carbon markets. Operating across all EU member states, as well as Iceland, Liechtenstein, and Norway, and linked to the Swiss ETS since 2020, the system plays a central role in the EU's climate policy framework. The EU emissions trading system operates under a cap and trade framework, whereby a fixed limit is set on the total amount of greenhouse gas emissions permitted from covered installations and operators. This cap is expressed in emission allowances, each representing the right to emit 1 ton of carbon dioxide equivalent. Companies are required to monitor and report their annual emissions and to surrender a corresponding number of allowances, with substantial penalties imposed for non-compliance. Allowances are primarily allocated through auctions, although a portion is distributed for free and they can be traded among market participants. Firms that reduce emissions may sell surplus allowances or bank them for future use, with all transactions recorded in the Union Registry. Allowance prices are determined by market supply and demand under strict regulatory oversight. and the progressively tightening cap signals increasing scarcity, thereby incentivizing cost-effective emissions reductions. Since 2013, the EU ETS has generated more than €175 billion in revenues from 11 auctions supporting climate and energy transition efforts. Revenues generated by the EU emissions trading system are mainly allocated to national budgets, with member states required to channel these funds into investments in renewable energy, energy efficiency, and low-carbon technologies that reduce emissions and lower firms' carbon costs. In addition, a portion of EU ETS revenues is dedicated to supporting low-carbon innovation and the broader energy transition through the EU Innovation Fund and the Modernization Fund. Since its inception, the EU ETS has operated in multi-year trading phases. Phase 1, Phase 2, and Phase 3. Thank you very much for your kind listening.